never understood you, because kings don't speak the language of sheep. You were born into a world built for the comfortable, the soft, the obedient. But you were different, forged in fire, carrying something ancient in your chest. From the start, they said, you were too intense, too cold, too serious, too quiet. The truth? You were simply awake. In a land of sleepwalkers, they mocked your discipline, laughed at your ambition, and tried to shrink your hunger. But hunger like yours doesn't shrink. It devours, and they could feel it, even if they didn't understand it. That presence you carried made them uneasy. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break the pattern. When a king is born among sheep, he isn't celebrated. He's feared. Your existence exposed their weakness. So they tried to tame you, shame you, and guilt you into dimming your fire. The brighter you burned, the more they remembered how dim they truly were. They called you arrogant, painted your silence as pride. But kings don't move for validation. They act, they build, they take ground. And what terrified them wasn't your voice. It was your presence. You didn't beg. You didn't chase. You walked like the ground already belonged to you. Life is a curse for the chosen. To carry vision in a land of blind men. To walk alone while others run in circles seeking approval. When a king is born among sheep, he becomes the enemy. His rise threatens their comfort. His silence speaks louder than their noise. His mission is unshakable. So they exile you. They lie about you. They celebrate your falls and doubt your return. But you don't need their belief. You built belief in silence, in rejection, in cold nights where the only voice you heard was your own. That voice didn't beg. It didn't break. It became a roar waiting for the right moment. Exile didn't destroy you. It shaped you. While they wasted time chasing comfort, you were sharpening your mind in the dark. While they slept, you were building discipline. They thought your absence was defeat, but it was transformation. Exile is not punishment. It's the throne's first demand. Before a king can rule others, he must master himself. No applause, no guiding hand, just the cold, the silence, and the will to keep moving. You fed the fire they tried to put out. Every laugh behind your back became a blade in your hand. Exile is sacred. It's where boys die and kings are carved. If you're there now, good. Don't beg to be accepted. Acceptance in a world of sheep is death for a king. This is the season where your soul becomes sharp. Your pain becomes armor. Your hunger becomes unstoppable. Let them forget you. Let them doubt you. You're not done. You're just quiet. And quiet is where storms are born. The sheep think time will break you, but time is your ally. While they seek approval, you prepare to dominate. They thought exile was your end. It was your beginning. The most dangerous kings rise with no audience, because when they return, they don't come for attention. They come for territory. You don't waste energy on revenge. Fueled by emotion, you execute. You let your results humiliate them in silence. Every scar, every lonely night, every rejection becomes the foundation of your empire. One day, they'll look up and see you on the mountain, not climbing, not explaining, just standing where you belong. And you didn't just belong there. You built the mountain from pain, from rejection, from years in the cold. They'll say you changed. You did. You changed from a man they ignored into a king they can't erase. When that day comes, you won't return with noise. You won't ask for respect. You'll walk in with a silence so heavy it changes the air. The sheep will scatter, not because you roar, but because your presence makes their excuses die in their throats. And when you take your place, it won't be because they allowed it. It will be because nothing could stop it. You were never born to fit in. You were born to walk through fire and make it look like sunrise. Your crown was earned in exile, in nights where you swore to yourself, I will rise. Even if no one sees it but me, that's why it lasts. Nothing the world gives can compare to what you've built in the dark. You are the standard. You are the storm. When you walk into a room, the room adjusts. They can copy, they can mock, but they will never match the weight of a soul sharpened in exile. When a king remembers who he is, he doesn't just return. He reigns, calm, cold, and certain, not because he's finished, but because he no longer needs to chase. He doesn't move to be seen. He moves because the kingdom is already his. Let them talk. Let them stay loud. A true king doesn't roar to remind them. He simply stands, and everything else bows.